Hey, what's good, Faithful? It's your boy AB, man, the Beta LA. It's been a minute since I made a video. I'm dealing with some family matters, man, and just had to take some time off. But as y'all know, it don't stop. So let's just get back into it, man. Let's talk about a few things. Been wanting to get with y'all, man. I don't know what to say, man. So first thing we're gonna get into, well, probably the only thing I wanted to get into with this video was Ayuk, man. I saw his post today. He sounds salty. He didn't necessarily say the 49ers, but he said they don't want to pay me or they don't want me back or something to that degree. They don't want me back. And for me, it's just like, man, and if you guys been following me and seeing some of my videos, I'm a firm believer Ayuk is going nowhere. He's gonna get re-signed. That's how I believe, and I still believe that. But I will, I will say I am like a lot of our fans starting to get a little frustrated with these social media shenanigans. You know what I mean? It's just like we know you want to get paid, and you are a great player. You're all pro, but it's like you got to stop running the social media and posting all these subliminal, passive aggressive type of posts, man. Like, man, when I think of football, I think of it as a man's sport. But probably over the last 5 years, things have turned a little funny with negotiations and how these players use social media for leverage. But let's get one thing clear. Brandon Ayuk has no leverage right now. He has no leverage. He's under contract for a whole another season, and it's decent 14 million a year. That's what he'll get paid next year if he doesn't sign. That's a pretty good salary for somebody. So he seems like he's upset and he wants more. And this is where I got as a fan and just as a Niner, I gotta you gotta figure out where do you draw the line. And if he's really asking for 30 million plus, that's where I gotta draw the line right there, man. Like I think Brandon Ayuk is great. He's an All Pro. I think he's gonna get better, but you want to get paid like the top receivers of the game, which I understand because you were a top receiver last year. But you gotta understand, man. This was your first year. This was your breakout season. This was the first time you really put them type of numbers up, and to just have one great year and then to just think that you know you command 30 million plus a year, that to me just doesn't sit well. So this is why I'm not a GM. This is why we aren't GMs. We're just fans. We just react and see what we see. But I don't know. I love Ayuk and I think he'll be a Niner. But you know all this little social, maybe because I'm a little older too, man. Maybe I'm an older dude, so I don't like all the social media, just the antics. But that's kind of been how it's always been, right? Like before social media, all these wide receivers, we've had a couple of them on our team in the past. They want to get paid and they go about it the way they think they should go about it. So we'll see. But the main thing for me is are you for me, he's trying to drive a narrative. He's trying to get leverage, talking about, oh, they don't want me back when he was talking to Jaden McDaniels or whoever that was. It's like, bro, come on. The Niners want you back. They just don't want you back at 32 million a year. Like, come on, man. Like, my thing is, this is my thoughts on it. If that's the approach he's going to take, and he's going to be offended and upset they're not offering him 30 million plus. Okay, well, let's play hardball. I say the 49ers go ahead, make him play out his fifth year. He's going to get 14 million. And if you are really that dude, and if you really command 30 plus, all right, well, let's roll the dice, bet on yourself, and we'll see. Make him play that fifth year option out at 14 million. Let's see if he balls out. If he balls out again, which I think he will, like I said, I'm a big Ayuk fan, so don't get me wrong. I'm just also kind of getting tired of the antics, but at the same time, who cares? It's off season. This always happens. But if we're gonna play ball, okay, well let's do that, and let's see if you duplicate the numbers that you put up this year. Which, like I said, I think he will. And if he does, and if he's a factor like that, okay, the next season, let's go ahead and give him that extension. But I do understand it's a little leery to give somebody 30 mil plus that only had really one good season out of four. That for me, you got to be smart, and I think Shanahan and Lynch and all of them will be, and that's why it's dragging out the way it is. Um, so we got to see how it goes. But 30 mil plus, I can't say I can rock with that. And a couple other things I keep seeing is trades. And for me, if the Niners were going to trade him, I feel like they would have tried to do this. Maybe they did, but they would have tried to do this prior to the draft, because at that point you could trade him. You can go to a team, you can figure out what pick you want or what pick they have, and you can figure out what you want to do with that pick. Rather than now, it's like you're trading them and you're trading for players, or you know you're probably not going to get the same production for any player that you're going to trade for. So you got to probably add some picks in, but those are next year. We got to stay good this year. This is the Super Bowl contending year. So we can't be focused on, okay, well, let's get some picks for next year. Nah, not right now. I mean, right now we got a Super Bowl contending team. So it's like, if you consider trading Ayuk, you have to get better. You can't just trade him and get worse. And I think for the most part, unless there's something out there that's just mind blowing, like I don't know where you trade them and you get better. So with that being said, I don't. I seen the Commanders as well. I see their fans all on our pages and all talking about, oh, let's trade McLaurin. Man, McLaurin ain't that good, man. So for y'all Niner fans too that are saying let's trade for McLaurin, please understand he's not that good, man. He's not on Ayuk's level. He's a fast guy, and yeah, he can probably blow the top off here and there, but he's not on Ayuk's level. He's not an all-pro, top-tier wide receiver about to hit his prime, and that's what Ayuk is. So for me, it's like, nah, you can't trade him, because who are you going to trade him to? Unless something, you just get a crazy deal, then okay. But for the most part, you had to have traded him before the draft, so you can go out and get somebody you want. And even with that, it's like he's not going to replace Ayuk. If you get a rookie, or like some are saying Purcell, or he's great. Well, I'm not going to say he's great. He can be great, but will he? We don't know, and that's what we don't know, and that's why I say you can't depend on a rookie. We know what we have with Ayuk, so we kind of got to rock that way and go with him. So that's my take on it. I think that everybody got to be patient. We've seen this, and the 49er fans, come on, man, it's starting to be a yearly, annual thing where we go through this. So have some patience. Don't dog Ayuk. I know some of y'all are pissed and upset with him, but don't dog him. If he goes and he gets traded, then yeah, we're going to ride on him. We're going to dog his ass. But while he's a Niner, we're not going to dog him, man, because he's just trying to get paid. He's being a little, overly emotional. He's getting his Drake on, you know what I mean? He's being very emotional and sensitive right now. But that's just new age, TikTokers and YouTubes and, Instagram. That's what they do, man. They try to press it, and they think they have leverage. But like I said, at the end of the day, Brandon Ingram has no leverage. I love the guy. I hope we re-sign him. I don't want to see him get traded. I don't think that will happen. But he has to understand he does not hold the cards. The 49ers do. And from what I've seen, we've made a lot of good decisions over the last several years. So I believe and trust in the management that they'll do whatever they need to do, and we'll get this done. But until then, we'll see what happens. I'm rocking with Ayuk. If he happens to get traded, then yeah, we can go all in on him. But for now, as frustrating as it may be, don't trip. Don't dog the man. He's just trying to get paid. For me, 28 mil, 26 mil, come on, man. A year, that's fair. That's fair. If we go over 30, then nah, man. I can't rock with that. So we'll see what happens. Before I get off, I want to get a shout out to management, Bo of the page, Bo and Dan. They made a great partnership and sponsorship with Team Runner, and they're going to help us with travel. So especially like our East Coast people and people that are having to travel a distance, look them up. I'll put the link in the comments, so check it out, man. It's a real thing, and this page is legit, and this is something that's going to help us cut costs, because we're the best traveling fan base in all of sports, not just football, but all of sports. We go out and we show out and we take over. So, this is just another way for us to help. Team Runner, check it out. And, I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment to the feed, to the post, to the page, and we're going to get it. But like I said, y'all, I ain't over here tripping on this Ayuk stuff. And like, I hate to even say this, but worst case scenario, if he gets traded, then that's what it is. I fully believe in the team that we have, but I don't believe he's getting traded. He'll be suiting up. He's just, in his feelings right now. But we're going to get it done. Don't trip, y'all. Bang, bang.